So here we have some ingredients. We're going to learn how to wash rice today. You see me on the telly putting food in your belly, come and get your £5 lunch. We're also going to learn how to make Jamaican jerk. And normally I get jerks done river, but today they only had Levi Roots reggae. So it's going to be fun because I know I like it already, and it's going to taste good. But first we're going to cook the rice. You see me on the telly putting food in your belly, come and get your £5 lunch. So we're going to start by washing the rice. So here we've got a few ingredients: the rice, the scallion. For the chicken we're going to need a bit of garlic, and for the rice we're going to need 1 clove. So today we're going to learn how to wash and cook rice and peas. I was looking for gunga peas, but I ended up with black eye peas today because apparently the standards of the local shops have gone down for Caribbean. So I'm just making do with what we found to make jerk chicken and rice and peas. So it's going to be rice and black eye peas today. And so to start, we're going to start learning how to wash rice. So that's very simple. Basmati rice you don't have to wash, but long grain you do. So you put the amount in that's probably enough for about a few meals, maybe maybe a couple more than you'd have at that time, because the more the better. Now it's 1 part rice, 2 parts water. So all you got to do is measure it up to double up your rice, and then you got the right amount. But right now I'm cleaning the rice. So what happens when you clean the rice, you want a decent amount of water in with the rice, because you want to see anything in the water that's murky as you brush the rice with your fingers, and then it gets murky, and you've got to do that a few times over. So I think I'm going to add a bit more rice. Just a little bit. And basically that should be the right amount. Any mess I make, I'll clear up. So, as you saw, I washed the rice once by wringing my fingers through it like this. We'll make do without the time. So you're meant to put garlic, scallion and thyme, but we don't have the time today. Apparently that's a message from God. Message, we don't have the time to have time. So hopefully we'll get more sophisticated and we'll find the time for time in future. But for right now, we don't have no time for time in this house. So there you have it. The water's getting murky as I wash it. You do that about 5 to 10 times. There's no limit. If the water keeps getting murky, it means it still needs cleaning. So I'm going to be quick about it. Yeah, it's getting cleaner now. 3rd, 4th and 5th time you'll see the water gets less murky. But give them a good give the rice a good massage to help to clean it. So that's how you clean rice. Wonderful. Yeah, and I say that's pretty much clean now. I can put it on the boil. And in the meantime, I'll cook the jerk. Save some time. All right, here we have it. Boiled the water already. 2 parts to the rice of water. First thing you must do once the rice is ready to cook, to make good rice and gunga peas, or in this case black-eyed peas today, you want to throw in salt. Ideally sea salt, people forget this. Just a bit of salt to season the rice and even get the right pH in the water. Now, next step, garlic. So we're going to chop this garlic nice and fine. We'll use a big knife. Actually no, I'll use a small one. Don't need a big one. So 1 clove for the rice. It's nice and fresh now. So you just bung that in with the rice. Help the flavour. 1 bit of garlic. What you do is take it out at the end, but I like to eat it with the chicken, or jerk chicken and rice. So it depends. Now, we want at least 1 in there. So you just put 1 in there. You can put more than 1. And you need a knob of butter to help the rice. That's the secret, to help the rice. If you don't add butter to it, your rice is going to be more difficult to work with by the time it's cooked. So about that size will do. So that's the rice sorted. All you got to do now is, once it's cooked, add the black-eyed peas and the coconut. So now that we've dealt with the rice to the most part, we can start with the jerk process. Today we're going to do chicken in papillotes. So that means that we're going to cut the chicken in a peculiar way to flavour it. And to do that, we're going to need enough garlic as well to season the chicken. Get a nice little, ready for the jerk chicken. Add some flavour. Nice little marinade with the jerk sauce. So we've got 3 little cloves here, which should be plenty enough with the sauce to add a bit extra flavour. Obviously we're going to season our chicken, salt and pepper. You take the green stalk out in the middle, you don't get bad breath, they say. So I remove the green stalk in the middle before chopping the garlic. There's that little green bit of bud. And I'll chop the garlic and very finely, because you're going to rub it into the chicken. With the sauce. There you have it, garlic ready. Made a mess, but it's alright. I'm going to clean up at the end and as we go on. We're going to use, I would say olive oil would be my favourite. If I'm going to pan fry jerk, because obviously here in my mum's kitchen, there's no space for a jerk pan as much as I'd love one, and I have to respect my mum's wishes there, and that would be the preferred way to cook jerk. So I'm going to use scissors to cut this chicken. Now this style is called en papillote, and it basically means you're chopping the chicken to give it more flavour in between, and you can do it with many different types of cuisine. And what I like to do is cut it in about 3 instead of 2, so you get a bit more leverage for it to marinate in the flavours. So there you have it. Once we chop the chicken, it's easier to cook. No one gets salmonella, and the flavours go right in. So let's start with the jerk sauce. Thank you, Leroy. Special request, Levi Roots. Sorry, Leroy. I mean Levi. Levi Roots, special request. Very good guy from what I hear. Great entrepreneur. He's got his own sauce out and made loads of money. That's what we like here on the Ollie Eats London show. So big him up, and I believe the recipe's secret. It's his nan's recipe, so obviously you know, I can't tell you what it is today here on the show, but we're gonna enjoy a good jerk barbecue flavouring our chicken. Thank you, Levi Roots. I love the red, gold and green. Makes it very appealing. And guess how much it was? It was only £2.50. Normally when I buy Dunn's River jerk sauce, which is what I would normally recommend for jerk, it's a bit more on the spicier side than this, but as my mum doesn't tolerate spice as well, it works out pretty well. So I'm going to heat this pan up ready for the chicken and stir the rice, because we mustn't forget we're cooking the rice at the same time, and it is on a high gas. And then we're controlling the rice, just turning it down a bit so that it's ready in its own time. Now that all needs to be hot. So just line the pan with a bit of olive oil, not too much. I think I put a bit much there. For the chicken and the jerk. So now, I'm just gonna mix that jerk in to each bit of chicken. Get a bit of garlic on there as well, each bit of chicken. Make sure it's covered all over. And there you have it. Chicken en papillote jerk #1. Now the pan should be ready. Don't need to be too hot either. So I'm going to turn it down a bit. Lovely jubbly. Next chicken. Smells sweet and delicious straight away. Thank you, Levi. Chicken breast #2. I think we're going to do about 4. Rice and black eyed peas. And there's the chicken just en papillote. Just getting the rest of that jerk. Look at Levi Roots' jerk sauce, what it does. The colour's beautiful. The smell is beautiful. What do you think of the smell, Mum? Sweet and delicious?
I think it's good.
Good.